Yeah, new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Less than unstoppable. The International World Tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Grind is our ministry. Sweat is our worship. Greatness is our identity. Love is our power. Passion is our weapon. Faith is our shield. Wisdom is our ammo. And our vision makes it real. What if being like everyone else was failure? And what if to be rejected was actually success? And what if to die was to live? Don't let them put them labels on you. You can dream if you want to. Have your name in the lights if you want to. Shine. Not many people are bold enough to look in the emotional mirror to truly see themselves. But the ones that are discover in their own reflection a profound power that unlocks the world. Let's go deep. Pain and heartache are both powerful energy resources. Unrefined, their energy is destructive, but properly harnessed, they can become a superpower that will thrust you to the heights of greatness. Feed off of them, recycle them, and use them to climb. Dance with the flames, struggle, war, pain, Picasso, dream, motivational art, dream. Welcome to the Louvre. Are you brave enough to show the world the real you? Don't be like the sheep, slaughtered by fear and mediocrity. Average is the offspring of an unbelieving mind. Doubt and fear attempt to procreate without thinking in order to conceive through us another lamb for the slaughter. But you can dream if you want to. But you can dream if you want to. It's not your body that you need to quarantine. It's your mind. Grind is our ministry. Sweat is our worship. Greatness is our identity. Love is our power. Passion is our weapon. Faith is our shield. Wisdom is our ammo. And our vision makes it real. Your doubt in me wasn't my liability. It was your weakness. Your underestimation of my determination was my camouflage. Blinded by the past, you never saw me coming. The whole time I was grinding and planting seeds, you were laughing, taunting me, and calling me crazy. Every day you got up engaged in doubt, complacency, and that local mindset. And while you were buying scratch-off lottery tickets, I was going all in on myself, betting on God to show up and show out as I serenaded the world. And one day, you woke up to reality slapping you in the face. Everything in your life a mess, infected with the stench of average, and I never had to say a word. My massive success testified to the blood, sweat, and tears that I shed for years. The process proved itself. The principles that govern greatness defended me, and every area of my life reflected the glory of my Heavenly Father. Now no one doubts my dream anymore, not even you, because it's a reality. Sincerely yours, the one you doubted. Checkmate. And all the choir sang, you can dream if you want to. You can dream if you want to. You can dream if you want to. Have your name in the lights if you want to. What if being normal, being like everyone else, was failure? And what if rejection was actually success? I dare you to be you. Those that seek and need approval disqualify themselves. Grind is our ministry. Sweat is our worship. Greatness is our identity. Love is our power. Passion is our weapon. Faith is our shield. Wisdom is our ammo. And our vision makes it real. Destiny bows to unwavering faith. And you have the power on the inside of you to create and usher in the change that you want to see in the world. Decide what it is that you want out of life. What is worth committing your whole life to? Seek the depths of your spirit. Follow the music down to the depths of your soul and discover that answer. Then close your eyes and dream. Paint that image so vivid on the canvas of your mind. Move your thinking to that new desired destination. Pack up the U-Haul and move every ounce of your being to that place that you desire, leaving no breadcrumbs behind so that you get lost there, so that you can never find your way back to where you are now. You have to plant your feet so deep in the dream state. And do not yield. Do not surrender to your physical senses that will without a doubt attempt with all their power to deny and reject your acceptance of this new dream. You must remain steadfast and keep projecting belief through them in such a way that it draws, establishes, and attracts the things that you desire into reality. You have to command your physical senses to radiate the equivalent sensations on all levels to that which you will be immersed with when the new desired mental image manifests itself into existence. You must assassinate and overthrow the inner government of fear and doubt that has ruled as a dictator in your life since the beginning. It is time to awaken, inherit the promises, seize the moment, take possession. The world is yours. Grind is our ministry. Sweat is our worship. Greatness is our identity. Love is our power. Passion is our weapon. Faith is our shield. Wisdom is our ammo. And our vision makes it real. Building a massive sized dream is a type of vision warfare. Anyone who doesn't support your dream is the enemy or being used by him. I will forgive people who cross me and even give them a second chance. But when a person doubts me and my dream, it's over. I will forgive them, but I will never ever grant them that same access to me again. Cause I know it's not the body that we need to quarantine, it's our mind. Fearless is the one who truly awakens to the power of God. Success must be first built in the mind, and this requires mastering the art of creative imagination by way of a disciplined, unwavering focus. You see, the law of attraction is about abandoning what never was and returning to that which has always been. To manifest and unleash the full power of this law of attraction, we must close our physical eyes and then embrace a total state of amnesia to that which we no longer desire in life. And this requires a full rejection and total mental abandonment of our current state or circumstance. We must unlearn and become unaware of that which is no longer welcome. We must dream and imagine a new desired state or condition with 4K, high resolution mental imagery. This new state of awareness must be firmly established within us by way of feeling. We must do this in such a way that our new desired state is the only one acknowledged. And all the choir sang, grind is our ministry. Sweat is our worship. Greatness is our identity. Love is our power. Passion is our weapon. Faith is our shield. Wisdom is our ammo. And our vision makes it real. We are and always have been one with God. Our acceptance of a separate identity allows the illusions of physical barriers and earthly limitations. We have unlearned that which we are, and by doing so, we have castrated ourselves from the divine power residing within us. Man's final resurrection will take place when he becomes unaware of this false, unlearned, delusional state and again sees himself accurately as one with God. Because prayer is not about asking God for something, it's about bringing heaven to earth in order to manifest what God has already given us. When we pray and worship, we need to do more than just raise our hands and voices. We need to raise our thinking. Prayer is not an asking process, it is a creative one. For the power of prayer to be fully realized, one must move from asking out of sense of lack to that of projecting an awareness of already having that which God has given. And by doing so, we align with the manifestation process required to create the desired outcome. Only the believer who ascends to this level of understanding can truly unlock the full power of Almighty God. And the choir sang, grind is our ministry, sweat is our worship, greatness is our identity, love is our power, passion is our weapon, faith is our shield, wisdom is our ammo, and our vision makes it real. Truth to match, dancing with flames, the beauty of crazy, the genius product of insane, Cubism poetry, Picasso lives. It's not what you have, buddy, but it's what you're willing to give. Live, let the savage loose. No truce, no negotiations. Be yourself, no retracements. Penetrate her soul with fire. Words of power, longer desire. Climbing higher and higher. You can dream if you want to. Have your name in the lights if you want to. Like Bob Dylan rolling thunder. What sky are you sleeping under? I hear Beethoven serenading, acoustic guitars, Metallica playing. As the stars fall down one by one, I soar past the sun, done. Grateful for all that God has done. The canvas begging for the brush, my art screaming, telling others to hush. As I burst at the seams, pregnant with dreams, laser beams, crushing their small time thinking, getting high without drugs or drinking. Truth to match, dancing with flames, spiritual marine, war and pain, rebuilding the temple, Persian King Cyrus, by faith immune to the virus, by faith immune to the virus. Burn. This is the anthem for the rejected. Greatness, opinions, all subjective. Quarantine your mind, be selective. Faith, hope, and love is the message. Fearless warrior, bold, young, and restless. Class in session, truth is the lesson. Unstoppable, draped down in the blessing. Faith, hope, and love, that's the message. And the choir sang, grind is our ministry, sweat is our worship, greatness is our identity, love is our power, passion is our weapon, faith is our shield, wisdom is our ammo, and our vision makes it real. Motivational art. Welcome to the Louvre. I'm Dr. Billy Alsbrooks. Blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people. And to God be the glory. Soaring through the sky like a pilot. Why do you run from the silence? Termites eating inside us. Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Scars and emotional violence. Liberation, death to tyrants. Why do you run from the silence? Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Soaring through the sky like a pilot. Why do you run from the silence? Termites eating inside us. Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Scars and emotional violence. Liberation, death to tyrants. Why do you run from the silence? Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Uneasy in our own skin, the flesh our nemesis. No matter how close we get, it's never close enough. What if the skin that confines us is merely our thinking? How deep could we love if it weren't for the prison bars of our mortality? I could chew on our banter for hours. The tone of your voice, the meth that I'm strung out on. We attempt to feed our flesh while at the same time trying to abandon it. My hands shaking from withdrawal, seeking for an entry point to embrace your soul. Our lungs desperate, gasping to breathe unrestrained. Both of us trapped in the cage of our bodies, frustrated that we can't pour our souls into the blender of unity. I won't be satisfied until I can hold the end of you. My tongue gratified only by the taste of you. There's gotta be a way for me to get under you, to pull your skin back like soft Egyptian seats, so that I can climb into you. If only we could shed the chains that incarcerate our hunger. But instead, we're both dead from feeling something. But instead, we're both dead from feeling something. Soaring through the sky like a pilot. Why do you run from the silence? Termites eating inside us. Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Scars and emotional violence. Liberation, death to tyrants. Why do you run from the silence? Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Soaring through the sky like a pilot. Why do you run from the silence? Termites eating inside us. Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Scars and emotional violence. Liberation, death to tyrants. Why do you run from the silence? Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Those white French tip nails of yours dig deep into my back as my mouth seeks to swallow your elegance, to drink our love like a passion smoothie. We're just two fed up romantics, searching for our own funeral, stubbornly trying to bury ourselves in one another. Even the flowers are jealous of our array of colors. My teeth biting your neck, devouring the distance between us. Your legs squeezing away the lies that separate us. My hips thrusting, steady penetrating your mind as I scribble spiritual truths on the inner firewalls of your stomach. Splash painting ecstasy on the banks of your warm river. Eyes locked as I do everything in my power to break the dams of your New Orleans. I aim to flood your city of love with the undeniable. Like Christmas paper, we wrap ourselves around the moment. Uneasy in our own skin, our flesh the nemesis. Unable to feed that which stars, our serenity dies at the dinner table. If only we could shed the chains that incarcerate our hunger. But instead, we're both dead from feeling something. Soaring through the sky like a pilot. Why do you run from the silence? Termites eating inside us. Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Scars and emotional violence. Liberation, death to tyrants. Why do you run from the silence? Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Soaring through the sky like a pilot. Why do you run from the silence? Termites eating inside us. Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Scars and emotional violence. Liberation, death to tyrants. Why do you run from the silence? Can't run from the past, it'll bite us. Don't confuse the illusions of politics as a real revolution. Don't mistake marching for an actual movement. Change can only come by full rejection of the current order. You're either part of the revolution or you're standing in the way of it. I can see you attempting to hold on to what's no longer yours. It's easy for us to see your identity. My confrontation makes you uncomfortable, which pulls back the veil. You can't see behind the veil because you're the veil itself. That spirit pulling your strings has been stalking the wild beasts of change since the garden. Great art will expose the cancers of the lukewarm. Fire does not ask the wood for permission to burn. Stars do not ask the night for its endorsement. I remind you of something, don't I? What is it that you're scared of losing? Why should one downgrade their truth so what is can remain? Fire does not ask the wood for permission to burn. Stars do not ask the night for their endorsement. I remind you of something, don't I? What is it that you are so scared of losing? Genius is the one who has no mind, who dares to flirt with madness. Liberation comes to the mature soul who refuses to seek approval. Gatekeepers are nothing when you realize there is no gate. Goalkeepers are irrelevant when there is no goal to protect. Why dance on stage when you can dance on the sky? Unstoppable is the one who forgot how to lie, died to conformity, own the treasure of being real. Time will administer the revenge you crave, so taunt the illusions and stand up to the industry bullies. Sell not your eyes for the applause of fools. Be not ignorant. Refuse to accept the foolishness of schools. Bless your world with the words dying to be spoken. Broken traditions sow the seeds for the awakening. Change can only come by full rejection of the current order. You're either part of the revolution or you're standing in the way of it. You're either part of the revolution revolution or you're standing in the way of it. Don't confuse the illusions of politics as a real revolution. Don't mistake marching for an actual movement. Change can only come by full rejection of the current order. You're either a part of the revolution or you're standing in the way of it. Now I can see you attempting to hold on to what's no longer yours. It's easy for us to see your identity. My confrontation makes you uncomfortable, which pulls back the veil. You can't see behind the veil because you're the veil itself. That spirit pulling your strings has been stalking the wild beast of change since the garden. Great art will expose the cancers of the lukewarm. Fire does not ask the wood for permission to burn.
Don't confuse the illusions of politics as a real revolution. Don't confuse the illusions of politics as a real revolution. Don't confuse the illusions of politics as a real revolution.
I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. Why do you reject that what you want? This type of love changes everything it touches, but timid are the feet of the still wounded. Drenched are the cheeks of unforgiving eyes. Since a little child you have fantasized about this type of connection. Unselfish, pure, unconditional love that would excite you to wake up in the morning. The kind of passion that makes you scared to close your eyes out of the fear of missing something.
Ain't it time we started living? Tell my fingers with forbidden rhythms, forbidden rhythms.
I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. Safety your priority, their fingerprints still on the cracks of your heart. They were never strong enough to qualify for what needs strength to touch. Grown men still in emotional middle school. How can you engage in intimacy with someone spiritually immature? Unsure of where he's going, yet you gave him directions. You begged me to breathe life into you, pleaded for me to erase their memory, to let you feel what you needed to feel when you needed to feel it. But timid are the feet of the still wounded. Drenched are the cheeks of unforgiving eyes. You wouldn't accept the cash app payment I tried to send you. Their mistakes too costly for me to pay for.
Why do you run?
I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. I wander the streets with the innocent and profane, lost in a familiar place of reckoning. Why do you run from the silence? Why does your reflection haunt you? Explosive are the truths that we acknowledge. Dangerous is the one who's allergic to excuses. Abuse is committed by the ones we trusted. Seduce me with your convincing fiction. Caress me with your scandalous drama. Feel the energy of the long forgotten. Tempt my fingers with forbidden rhythms.
Forbidden rhythms. Tell my fingers with forbidden rhythms.
I wander the roads with the righteous and obscene. Naked lips bear the works of pain. Why do you run from the void? Why does your shadow frighten you? Destructive are the lies we ignore. Feel the energy of the most memorable. Harmless is the one who's content with average. Savage betrayal by the ones we loved. Touch me with drug addiction. Rape me with Boy Scout honor. Tip my fingers with forbidden rhythms. Why do you run from the silence? I wander the roads with the righteous and obscene. Naked lips bear the works of pain. Why do you run from the void? Why does your shadow frighten you? Destructive are the lies we ignore. Feel the energy of the most memorable. Harmless is the one who's content with average. Savage betrayal by the ones we've loved. Touch me with drug addiction. Rape me with Boy Scout honor.
Ain't it time we started living? Tell my fingers with forbidden rhythms, forbidden rhythms.
I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. I try to capture you, but words don't do you justice. Language is surface, but my love a deeper something. Bought a shovel cause I dig you, connect with you. No GPS, I'm trying to get my soul lost in you. Blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people. Legacy. It's all about legacy. We got a 4-point strategy for reaching the globe. Stage 1, put out the book. The book so far, 600,000 in sales, on the way to 7, sold in 27 countries. Part 2, streaming. Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, Google Play, all of that. Number 3, the tour. We're taking that Blessed and Unstoppable tour to the top 40 cities in the United States of America for phase 1, then to the globe. And number 4, today what we are here for is to launch B7U clothing. This brand will allow you to wear on the outside what you are on the inside. The B standing for blessed, the U standing for unstoppable. Now, you always ask me, what does the 7 mean? What does the 7 mean in all the clothing line here? The 7 is the spiritual number for completion. It's symbolic. You'll see inside the 7, you see the cross. You see the 3-point crown, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Then you see the 5-point star. Each star point represents a letter in grace. Because see, when you're anchored in grace, rooted in purpose, aggressively pursuing your calling, only then are you blessed and unstoppable. B7U clothing, wear your identity. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open. And favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.